A long time ago, in a year far, far away, the exclusive rights to make Star Wars games was granted by an evil megacorporation to a company that valued profits over consumers. Their path to the dark side was paved with shady money-making schemes and dirty dealings. But a ray of hope has shown itself. A faint path to the light has been taken, and though the road to redemption is long and there are many transgressions to be atoned, EA still had to find some way to fuck it up. Brothers and sisters in VR, due to the fact that I was in a gnarly bike accident and my knee is totally fecked, I feared my VR playing days were over for now, as standing is very painful. But it just so happened that I crashed on the day that Star Wars Squadrons dropped on Steam, a game designed to be played sitting down. A while ago, I posted a video saying how I was not excited for Star Wars Squadrons, and I expected it to be a big pile of bantha fodder, riddled with microtransactions and pay-to-win schemes. And in that respect, I was wrong. First of all, to the guys responsible for the nuts and bolts of gameplay design, you bow to no one. You guys knocked this one out of the freaking park. This felt and played like a LucasArts game, and honestly, there is no higher praise I can give you. You guys fucking nailed it. To the writers, I know what you are trying to do, and I know who you are. I know as well as you do that modern politics and virtue signaling have no place in Star Wars, as it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Keep it on Twitter and stop foisting it upon us nostalgic assholes. If you had not and had simply left it as a Star Wars story, you'd be getting 10 out of 10 bandanas from me and a renewed hope for EA Star Wars games. But you had to do it, didn't you? Look, it's a flight sim. You don't play it for the story. You play it so we can slap reality in the face with a 1-2 punch of fire and math. The story is a very long, drawn-out tutorial to prepare you for multiplayer, but at the same time, it is dripping with current political bias bullshit that has no place in Star Wars. Anyway, from the moment the loading screen dissipated, I find myself staring through the all-too-familiar viewport of a TIE fighter, and I was immediately teleported back to my childhood playing X-Wing vs. TIE. The roar of the twin-ion engines, the familiar beep of my astromech droid, and watching the needles of light from my blaster cannons stitch through my target to be engulfed in a fiery miasma of victory. I have never felt so much like a kid again as I do playing this game. If you jump right into the story as I did, you will be greeted with a character customization screen, and after naming yourself, begin the first mission as a fresh young TIE pilot in a time set shortly after the destruction of the Death Star, when the Empire was shattered and warring admirals and captains vied for power over what was left of the Empire. Here you learn the basic controls, get some experience flying, and figure out what the hell you are doing. As beginning tutorials go, it's pretty solid. As you progress through the story, you will pick up more advanced tactics, control variations, and ways in general to suit your ship to your style of play. On certain missions, you will have options on what ship you utilize, but on most you will be given the ship specific to that mission. Honestly, the view from the cockpit is an absolute fantasy realized. VR makes this game what it is. Looking around at the chaos of space combat while zipping around gives a thrill the likes of which I have never felt. I sank 6 hours into this game as soon as I got it up and running in VR. I have never, in one sitting, spent that much time on one VR game. It has been a long time since I found a game I could not put down. And I feared the jaded mentality that comes with growing up had rendered me incapable of that feeling. I am so immensely pleased that a game can still affect me in this way. All in all, I give Star Wars Squadrons my seal of approval. 8 out of 10 bandanas. And EA, I want to make it clear, I'm not giving you a pass on this one. Instead, I say to the developers who squeezed through the hiring process and managed to crank out something faithful to the old game that I, a Star Wars fan, found immensely enjoyable. Good fucking job. You guys knocked the gameplay out of the park. I could not be more pleased with the gameplay aspect, and in all honesty, EA does not deserve you. You beautiful, beautiful bastards. And to EA, you had a chance, bruh. You were almost there. But you could not help yourself. You had to inject your bullshit into what would have otherwise been a masterpiece that would change EA's synonymity with shameless cash grab to a company that had finally turned toward the light and produced something great. But you had to do it. And to the viewer, if you want a gaming experience that mirrors the LucasArts age of greatness and can roll your eyes hard enough at the virtue signaling, give it a shot. Pricey though it may be, look at it not as supporting EA, but as supporting the individual developers that managed to make something incredible in spite of working for EA. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, I will see you in the next one.